What is up? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Back with some more Resident Evil 4 Remake gameplay for you. And once again, it's that time again, guys. You know what it is. Rumors. More rumors and what's going on with Resident Evil in the gaming community. And, with us being a star for gaming news on Resident Evil, I thought I might as well just talk about it. Because at least this time, the person who's supposed to reported on this has a little bit of credibility, a little bit about. At least they're not just somebody like the last person, which just basically was created yesterday, and we're supposed to believe them. But nonetheless, I will leave a link down below in the description if you want to check out the article for yourself. But basically, it's talking about how it's Dusk Golem again, who, as I said, I've mentioned before in the past, and I'm not saying he's right or wrong, but at least he has a little bit of background now. At least he's been doing this for a little while, so at least it's someone I could at least buy. And what he says, I don't really think is too far-fetched anyway. It's not ridiculous. I can definitely believe this. But nonetheless, he basically says that Resident Evil 9 most likely is going to be launching on 2025, which I can definitely buy and believe because I think that's believable. I'd say 2025, 2026 would be the release dates I could buy Resident Evil 9 coming out. And basically saying that it'll probably be announced next year, which would set up perfectly in terms of how the other Resident Evil games were announced. I think like they usually announce them, and about 6 months later they release. So once again, nothing too far-fetched at that point that I can't believe or at least buy. So far it's not like ridiculous like the last person mentioned that I talked about in terms of leaks and rumors where they were talking about everything in Code Veronica, and it was just like it was absolutely you could just tell it probably wasn't true in the slightest. But basically, 2025 Resident Evil 9. They also mentioned something I found was more interesting, and they claimed that a big Capcom game will be announced at the end of this year, which would launch sometime in the fall of 2024, and it's unclear what the big game is, and they speculate it might be a new Monster Hunter, while others, and they always got to mention is, others hope it's a Dino Crisis, and I'll just say this right now. The day they announced Dino Crisis, oh my god, you're going to have to check my pulse, because it might not be there, but who am I kidding? I'll probably never have it, but who knows? But anyway, 2025, and I can definitely buy that. But here's my question for you guys. Let's just say that's true. Let's just say Resident Evil 9, 2025, okay? If that is true, here's the question. Is there going to be a Resident Evil game that's released in between then? Because, as I said, Resident Evil 9 is not the only Covenant Resident Evil game that a lot of people have been looking forward to. I mean, I think a lot of people believe that there's going to be a remake in Resident Evil 5, if that's the next remake they're going to do. How does that tie into that? Does that come out in between? Does that come out later? Obviously, people have been hoping for Code Veronica, but there really hasn't been any mention of that. Is there possibly, like, they're going to do a spin-off, or are they just going right towards 9? Which, as I said, I can't answer that, so I'm just raising the question, because that would definitely be interesting nonetheless. But because I've heard a lot of people say, like, for instance, that maybe 2024 will be the year that they do another thing that we've been coveting and hoping comes out is the Separate Ways DLC, because there's been absolutely no mention officially on that. I mean, most of us know it exists, but are they going to save that for 2024 in case they don't have anything to release for Resident Evil that year? Because I think for the last few years they've had non-stop like Resident Evil content come out. Like there's been something in Resident Evil that's come out in every year for like the past, I don't know, like 5-6 years in a row. So that's something to look forward to. As I said, we're kind of starved for gaming content. We definitely got the content in Resident Evil in terms of like the movie. Obviously, Death Island come out this month, which unfortunately I've yet to see. I know a lot of people have already seen it, and I will have a review up on it when I'm officially able to see that. But in terms of the gaming news, as I said, I'm waiting for that Separate Ways content or the update to the Mercenaries, and wondering what the 7 achievements I was added on the Steam page for Resident Evil 4 are. So we're still waiting on stuff like that. But until then, obviously, any news I hear about the next Resident Evil is always going to pique my interest. And as I said, nothing here that was said in this article really is asinine or too ridiculous to believe. I think 2025 is the perfect time frame for it to come out, and obviously we like to see what it's going to do at Resident Evil 9, because obviously it's not going to follow the Winter storyline that ended with the Rose DLC. But is it going to be immediately after, like what happened at the end of Village, obviously with Chris investigating the BSAA going rogue? And you know how I feel. I want to see all the other characters, not just Chris, but But nonetheless, that is my opinion, how I feel about it. I kind of believe this, but I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think Resident Evil 9 coming out 2025, is that a believable time frame, or do you think it should take longer? Do you think Resident Evil games are going to be released in between then? Let me know down below in the comment section. Because as I said, I'm just curious. Because as I said, I'm wondering when this Separate Ways is going to come out. Is it going to come out at the end of this year, or is that going to be postponed for 2024 to have that content there? Who knows? But until we have anything officially announced, we really don't know. We can only speculate. But that is going to be it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully I can see you guys back on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you, and I'll see you later. Peace.
Why help me, though? What's in it for you?
No need to be suspicious.
Welcome.